Rochelle just texted me. Today is our oldest son, Parker's 22nd birthday today, which is just mind-blowing that he's 22. And I was realizing something yesterday while thinking about his birthday. I was kind of doing the math in my head because Carter, my youngest son, is 20 years old. And I realized that it was about 20 years ago, like around this time, like this week, that the last time I ever smoked a cigarette.
Really?
Wow. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
20 years ago, I quit smoking cigarettes.
And that made you horny, and therefore
We had another
conceived-
one. Then we had Caroline. No, I realized that because we were still smoking, both Rochelle and I, not while she was pregnant, though. Yeah. And then after Carter was born, she's like, okay, we need to quit for good.
Yeah. So she was the one.
And she had already quit, and I hung on for a little bit longer, and I'm like, this is dumb. I can't be doing this. And so I quit 20 years ago.
And your way of quitting has since been adopted by the American Medical Association. And explain what you did.
I went on a binge drinking bender for about 10 days straight. And listen,
Oh my God.
It worked. Don't tell me.
I took
Don't knock it.
I took the
And you said you virtually never swerved while you were driving.
This was
my God.
This was my own system. I did this. I realized I wanted to take my weakest moment when it came to cigarettes.
And break. That's smart.
And I wanted to break myself of that compulsion to smoke during my weakest moments because I was like a half a pack a day smoker. But if I was drinking, I'd go through a pack of cigarettes in 2 hours. I mean, just
So that was your
smoking.
procedure that made you feel you couldn't do one without the other.
Yeah.
Well, that's smart.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, what I need to do is I need to learn how to drink and not smoke. That's and then I said the rest of it will be easy. And I decided my method was now I'm not just going to drink beer every night. I'm going to drink something different every night.
Crippling.
Oh yeah,
blitzing.
So I drank beer one night. I drank tequila.
All right.
Another
I
night.
need to pass
I drank
out.
bourbon another night. I
How
drank
many
vodka
days?
another night. I did like 10.
You're like
It
a
was
living.
over a week for sure.
You were a living George Thorogood song.
Yeah.
Was
Quick
it fun?
question.
No, it wasn't fun.
No.
It was hard to
Okay.
not smoke.
Yeah.
Like I had to sit there and force myself, no matter how much you want to smoke, don't smoke.
So you were an emotional drunk at this point.
Probably.
And you were
so bad.
and you were coming to work.
I was coming to work, and I had 2 young children in the house. I had a baby.
I'm doing this for you.
Did your wife
I
know
had
what you were doing?
baby and a kid that wasn't quite 2 years old.
So what you did though, there's a commercial for this. Is it Golo or I don't know what it is, but it's a weight loss thing that apparently I think it basically does what you do. It modifies your lifestyle in that if you snack doing this, then don't do that. And I think that's what it is. I'm not exactly sure, but it worked.
I think that's
20 years later.
I haven't been able to take this method and use it with something else, like some kind of vice that you have.
Porn.
Or something you want to change. Yeah. Like
that's just crazy talk. That's
but
crazy
how would
talk.
you do that? I mean, like it has to one thing has to come with another.
You only have 2 hands.
Well, yeah, right.
How are you going to get the cap off?
Yes. Try doing it just using your elbows.
Right. You can't.
Come on.
This is too hard. I'm not going to do this anymore.
Literally.
I had trouble reaching with my full arm.
Wow. But 2 decades, I haven't had a cigarette.
That's amazing.
Well, I got to tell you, I smoked one last night. You're missing it, man. It's amazing.
Oh, you went to a fish shop.
It is so great. And you look so cool doing it, too. So, kids, if you're listening,
Oh, my
you might
God.
want to start smoking again.
So is it you reserved that one time for?
I just smoked one last night. And by the way, hello to listener Tim. I decided last night to just go as close to the stage as I possibly could. So I ended up I just started walking over people's towels and blankets, and I found a little spot. I ended up, you guys remember Reese, who we used to work with here?
Yes, absolutely.
His sister, India, had recognized me, so I ended up hanging with her and her, I guess, either boyfriend or husband, Keith. And then I looked over, I saw this guy wearing a WMMR shirt, so I went over and I talked to him.
Right.
And he's a retired Air Force guy. And so I ended up bumming a smoke from him. It was awesome. It was a great cigarette. One of the best ones I've ever had in my life.
Really? What made it so awesome?
It was a menthol. I haven't had a menthol in like forever. Yeah.
Let me ask you: Do you still have Marlboro points that you never
Oh my God!
routine?
The miles,
right?
dude,
Because
the
that
funniest-
I remember you smoked Marlboro, did you not?
Marlboro
yeah,
Lights.
yeah.
The funniest and like most ironic thing about that, Steve, because I had when I started smoking, I was younger, and the Marlboro Miles.
Right. It was sort of the impetus. If you're going to pick a brand, they gave you.
You had a catalog, and it's essentially like going to Dave and Buster's, and you have all these tickets, right? And the tickets will get you an eraser, right?
Right, yeah.
So you basically have to smoke a million pack of cigarettes
Right.
in order to get a jean jacket. But like the ironic part is like the coolest stuff they had are things that like smokers don't want to do. Smokers don't want to go freaking kayaking. Right.